Thank you very much, and we really appreciate everyone being here this evening. I'm Dr. Michael Taylor of Michael Taylor Chiropractic, and I'm also a proud board member of Team McGill. First thing I want to do is I'd like everyone to reach into their pockets, turn off your cell phones, because if you've ever seen Billy mad and fly off the stage and go into the crowd, anyone who knows him, you don't want it to happen. Anyway, we've got a great show for you tonight. When Billy came to my office a couple months ago and asked me to be on his board, or I guess I should rephrase that, when Billy came to my office and told me I was on his board, I was happy to oblige him because I felt like I was giving back. Unfortunately, we all have friends and family and loved ones and colleagues and teammates that we've seen destroy their lives with drugs and alcohol. And it's one of those things that when that person smoked their first joint or took their first drink or popped that first Vicodin, none of them thought that was going to happen. And I know some of you sitting out here tonight think that's not going to happen to you too. So we put together this program to hopefully change some lives. If we change one person's life, it's worth us being out here. So anyway, that being said, it's my pleasure to introduce former Modesto High School football star, former University of Washington football star, and my friend, Billy McGill. Billy, get out here. I don't want to play. Billy, come on, they're waiting for you, man. No, he won't come out unless we play this silly song that he has to have every single time, so hit it.
She's my sweet little thing.
Cut it. What's up, guys? How we doing? Huh? As you know, my name's Billy McGill, and I want to thank everybody for coming. Where's that photographer guy? Right here. Where you at, dog? All right, babe. You got to excuse the suit and tie, but they made me put it on. Not for long. Go ahead. All right, we good?
We're good.
All right, cool. Now, it's the chill Billy wear. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong. Damn, look at all the glum faces in here. I'm sorry, but I can't see that far out. Can I hear it represent? Who's here in the house? I got ball players here. Huh? Where you at? Huh? Y'all must be Central Catholic. Huh? Give me some love. Give me some love. All right, check it out. Modesto High. Are you here? All right, good. Get on your feet, baby boys. I want to hear you. Let's go. Get up. Stand up. Let's go. Represent. Okay. Enoch's you in the house? Get up. Let's go, man. Stand on your feet, Enoch. Let's go. Don't give me no grief. I'll be off in you in a hurry. Riverbank, get up. Show me some love. Let's go. Hey, stay on your feet. Ball players, stay on your feet. You ain't sitting back down. Get up. All right, where's Downey at? Woo! Good Lord, look at you. Look at you. Y'all representing well. Stand up now. All right, now listen up. I want to hear who wants to hit the quarterback. Clap it up. Let's go. Who wants to hit the quarterback? You better tell me again. Does anybody like to play football in this damn place? All right, who likes to run the ball and make a touchdown? Huh? Who like? Who likes to hit somebody so hard you can see the eyes roll back in their head? Oh yeah! Atta baby! Huh? Who likes to catch a ball and score a touchdown? All right! Hey, I got one for you. Who likes to get high? Who likes to get high? What? What? You know what? As I look around this room, y'all some liars.
Well, you come into life with a
And
clean
it's
slate.
all right.
And,
You can lie to your mama. You can lie to your daddy. You can lie to your coach. You can lie to me. Someday you're going to look in the mirror and you ain't going to be able to lie to yourself. Some of you are here high tonight, and I know it. Play that video.
well, you come into life with a clean slate. And I had a clean slate, but it got real jumbled up and real messy. And as a child, I saw way too many things that I should never have seen.
Life as seen through the eyes of this child would forever change the way those same eyes would view life as an adult.
You had all the elements. You had criminals and pedophiles and rapists and murderers and bank robbers and you name it, we had it out there. And they were part of our lives.
Kevin McGill and his brothers were literally terrified at what they might see next.
There's been times in my childhood that I've seen as many as, 1 or 2 guys a week overdose in the house and they're doing CPR and beating on their chest and throwing them in the shower.
South Modesto, home to the McGill family and others with limited means and in most cases, no hope.
Joe Hanson, get on your feet. I forgot you. Where you at? Get up! Hey, hey, I feel bad. You feel me? I'm sorry. Series, you here? Okay. I love you too, baby boy. I love you too. Coach Rossett, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, hey, now listen up. For you ball players, when I say feel me, I want to double clap. You feel me? Oh, atta baby, you feel me? All right, now, when you guys see that clip up there, and I tell you that I know some of you are lying, you're probably asking yourself, how's that big sucker know? That big old corn-fed boy. Well, I want to tell you, I first realized what dope was when I was 6 years old. Walked in my house, with my mama. My father was sitting at the kitchen table shooting heroin. They were running Q-tips through his neck because he had just been shot. On the kitchen table, there was all kinds of money, drugs, spoons full of heroin, outfits. It was ugly. At that moment, when I was 6 years old, what do you think I realized? Huh? My life wasn't normal, right? Something just wasn't kosher. You know what I mean? So when you feel that as a young child at 6 years old, and you're starting to set a pattern, what pattern do you think I was setting that was setting in my head, my heart? You think it has something to do with my self-esteem, knowing that I was different, knowing that my dad was a drug addict, and that there was gangsters and robbers and everybody hanging out at my house? You feel me? Does that make sense what I'm saying? So at a very young age, my pattern for self-worth, self-esteem started. I put it back to 6. That's as far as I can go back. That's as far as memory I can go. So as a young boy, going through that, going to school, not having very good clothes, not having very much food, okay? All those things combined gave me a very low self-worth, okay? And I know that some of you other fellas that are sitting here and ladies, you understand what I'm talking about self-worth. It starts at a very young age, okay? So that's the first thing. You guys make a mental note of that. What are we talking about right here? Self-esteem and what? Huh? Self-worth, right? Mine was crappy, wasn't very good, right? Okay? So as we're going along, I got involved in sports. Thank God for the Red Shield Center. It was kind of like a safe house for me and my brothers. So at 10 years old, another traumatic event happened in my life. My father moved a trailer into the backyard with prostitutes. that lived in my backyard. At any given time, there was 3 to 6 ladies of the night living in this trailer, and my father would take them, hook them up to his truck, and take them out to the farm labor camps and do bad things. So not only now at 10, I have low self-esteem, low self-worth. Now what am I going to lose? Respect. Right? As a young child, you see people doing this to themselves. What do? You lose respect for people, right? And as young men, you see women doing these things, you lose respect for women. So at 10 years old, I didn't have any respect. So if you don't respect other people, you don't respect yourself either. Am I right? You feel me? All right, good. Hold on. Let me see where I'm at. I'm a little bit lost here. Self-esteem. Okay, now, all these experiences that I had as a young boy, from the heroin to the prostitutes to people ODing in my house, and this is the final one I'm going to talk to you about, okay? It's called the fear of decision making. When I was 10 or 11 years old, I was down the street at a neighbor's house, okay? Her name was Mrs. Green, God bless her. She was like a safe house. She was 3 houses down. It was the winter time. It was about 5:30 at night. I went home. Nobody was home. Walked in the bathroom. My father was laid out in the bathtub, fully clothed, with a needle stuck in his arm. Okay? We didn't have a phone. I ran back down to Mrs. Green, called the ambulance, waited till the ambulance, I could see the lights, waited till the ambulance got to the house. I go to the house. They're in there with my dad. By this time, my mama had gotten home. My dad wasn't dead. He was just really high. He wouldn't even overdose. He just couldn't wake up. That's what heroin does. Okay? So, ambulance people gave him a shot, woke him up a little bit. Ambulance people left. I got in really bad trouble. I got beat because I called an ambulance, okay, and it ruined his $50 high or $30 high or whatever else it was that he had done shot up in his arm. So now what do we got? We got low self-esteem, self-worth, right? We don't respect, right? Now we don't respect ourselves because we don't respect other people, which is real important, right? And now we have fear. Fear in positive decision making. Fear that even when you make a decision, it's wrong, even when you think it's right. Even when you're trying to save somebody's life, you make a bad decision. So now at 12 years old, you got all these things going on, right? So, anybody feel me? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, Coach, play that, please. Video.
From your life, from childhood to now, how would you sum it up?
How would I sum up my life? Ever changing. I guess that'd be a good way to put it, you know. Dreams and hopes, you know. As a young child growing up in an abusive, addictive environment, you have a tendency to daydream a lot, you know, and to read a lot of books and to how's what I'm looking for, to be on a mission to search, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you got to be in control, especially me being the oldest. You know, I had 3 younger brothers that I had to look out for in a bad, abusive situation, you know. And sometimes you have to put your own things aside to make sure that they're being taken care of also.
So you had to grow up in a hurry, didn't you?
I grew up very fast, yeah.
Okay. How many of you guys in here, I want to hear a double clap, feel that you had to grow up kind of fast? So you know what I'm talking about, right? You understand. Okay? 12 years old, I got a 1955 Chevrolet pickup in the back of it out of South Modesto, ended up in Lake Chelan, Washington. Rolled the whole way in the back of this truck, right? My dad stayed with me exactly 1 day and left me there to pick apples for 6 weeks. Left me with a wino named Pete. Never forget it. Okay? So what did I learn now? What did I learn? Anybody know? Lou, what did I learn? Survive, right? You learn how to survive far from home as a young child. Okay? So what did that do? Now I got no self-esteem, right? I got no self-worth. I got no respect. What else don't I have? Huh? I'm fear to make what? A decision. Even when I feel I make a good decision, is it? No. So what happens? You end up not making any at all and you're just going with the flow. You feel me? You feel me? Hey, do you feel me? Atta baby. Thought I don't see it. I see it all, dog. Okay. So now we got all these things at 12 years old coming at us, right? It's not good. So what do? We learn to fight, right? We learn to fight. My daddy died when I was 14 years old. He died at 34, heroin addiction and alcoholism, okay? I watched the man die. It wasn't pretty, guys. If you've never seen anybody die of alcoholism, especially at a young age, okay, you don't know what it's all about. I'm telling you, it's not pretty at all. Okay? Cirrhosis of the liver at 34. Now here I am. I'm the oldest of 4 boys, no father, no money. Mama's still using a little bit, right? Mama's still doing it because it runs in pairs usually, right? No self-esteem, no self-worth, don't know how to make a conscious decision, and scared the crap out of. Everything I do, I'm scared. Everybody feel me on that? Okay. So what do you do when that happens? What do? You learn to fight, right? You either lay down and die, or you learn to fight and you learn to stand up, and you learn to intimidate to get your way. Now, when you go to use intimidation as a tool, does that work in positive peer circles? Does that work? No, because positive peer circles are going to do what? They're going to run call 911 and say, hey, this crazy son of a bitch is out here trying to do something to me. He wants my money, right? So what do? We go to negative. We start running with negative people, right? Now, here I am at 14, everything I've resented my whole life since I can remember, the drugs, the alcohol, the no respect, the peer, all of it, the no self-worth that I resented, and I promised myself I was not going to live that lifestyle. So now what am I doing? I'm going right back to it, right? And why am I doing that? Because they what? Because they accept me, and why else? Anybody know? How about you, baby? Why do I do that? Huh? Because I ain't got the courage to say no, maybe? I ain't got the courage to stand alone? I ain't got the courage to make a good decision? Do you think that might have something to do with it? I think so. So what did I do? I started drinking, started smoking weed, started doing all those things. That was the end of my freshman year in high school. Okay? Summer of my freshman year, my mama got put in the hospital. Okay? Memorial Hospital. She got diagnosed with some kind of cancer, female stuff. The day after she went in the hospital, they came to the house, cut off electricity. 3 days later, they cut off the gas. Same week, they cut off the water. I'm there at 14 with 3 little brothers. No water, no electricity, no gas, and no food stamp. Those are the old paper food stamps. You got to feel me? You know what I'm talking about, you old schools, right? Huh? Yeah, none of those. Mama done sold them 50 cents on the dollar. Right? So now what? What do? I was blessed enough to find a man that would give me a job that I could walk to. I don't mean to sound like the guy that said he walked 10 miles to school with no shoes in the snow, but I did walk 2 miles a day to work. Okay? Carrying hot tar roofing. Paid me cash every day. I could come and buy my little brother's food. Kevin Daniel attests to this, and Dougie will too. Buy him food, use a water hose from the neighbor next door, had a Coleman camp stove that I would cook for, cook him dinner. We'd walk to Memorial Hospital for South Modesto and see my mama. Now, we'd come back. I'd lay the boys down to bed. What did I do? Think I just sat there? No. I went out and had some fun, didn't I? Anybody think it was positive fun? Huh? You feel me? Think it was negative? You feel me? Yeah, it wasn't good. Drinking, smoking weed, 14 years old. Doing all that stuff. Thinking I could hide it. Mama wasn't there. I'm running the streets. Right? That ain't no good. Mama got out of the hospital, played JV football, did a pretty decent job. Still smoking weed, drinking. Now when I'm doing that real quick, What did I just turn into? If I'm smoking weed and drinking during football season, what am I now? Who knows? Huh? I'm a cheater. Because who am I cheating? Who else? Who else? There you go. You guys heard this stuff before, huh? I told you this, didn't I? Huh? Right? We're cheating everybody that puts time and effort into making us better human beings. And that's what your coaches and your parents do for you. They give you time. But when you abuse that and you're smoking weed and you're drinking alcohol and you're trying to compete, you're cheating. You're a cheater. Okay? That's what I was. 15 years old, playing JV football. I was a cheater. I was an okay player. Under the circumstance, if I'd have quit, I probably would have been better. I'm sure I would have been. But I had to do what? What was I trying to do? I was trying to mask, right? What was I trying to mask? Who can tell me? Somebody stand up and tell me what I was trying to mask. You big boy sinner for Enoch, stand up. What was I masking?
Were you mastering?
No, what was I masking? What pain was I hiding through drinking and smoking weed?
The pain from your parents?
No, my parents didn't cause that. I allowed that to happen, but what was it exactly? Low self-esteem.
Wrong decision making?
Wrong decision making. Well, obviously, if I'm smoking weed and drinking, I'm making the wrong decision, right? Okay. So we got what? We got fear, right? We got low self-esteem, and obviously we're not making good decisions. So we shield that because what we do is that we hide behind these things when our true feelings hurt us too much to deal with. All right? I mean, shoot, you know, South Modesto, poor as a church mouse, no food, no money, crappy car, crappy house. How many of you boys out there ever feel that way? Give me a feel you. Who feels me? So you know what I'm talking about, right? It ain't fun. You coming home not knowing what you're going to get to eat that day, if anything. All right, real quick. How many of you boys had to stand in line for the free lunch at school when you was a kid? Give me a double clap. Who feels me? Yeah, that's embarrassing shit, huh? Right? That ain't no fun. We've been there. That affects us. But you know what? How many of you are thankful to get it? Give me a feel me. Who feels me? Oh, yeah. We loved that, didn't we, Lou? You remember that, huh, baby? Huh? Free lunch ticket. They had a little yellow card. They punch it when you go through the line. How many of you guys remember that? Give me a clap. Yeah. All right? Now they got food stamp cards look like credit cards. I wouldn't be embarrassed. Anyway, get it back. I lost my train there for a minute. What was I talking about, Lou? Huh? Self-worth, self-esteem. 15 years old, playing JV football, drinking, smoking weed, doing my thing. Got through JV football, come about March, right? March, I quit going to school. Right before track season, February maybe. Quit going to school. I was running with some pretty hard boys, doing things I shouldn't have been doing. I was sitting at a house one day, smoking weed about 11 o'clock in the morning. I should have been in school. Some big old sucker come barreling through the door, about 6'4", 220. It was my uncle, who was himself is a heroin addict still to this day. He was a heroin addict then, okay? Probably the only guy I ever feared, really. Snatched me up by the hair of my head, bashed me around, put me in his car, took me to his house. He lived in a trailer out in Ceres. He said, I'm going to give you one chance to fix yourself. You do not do as I do, you do as I say, and you will listen to me, because I will let you live if you do this. He said, I'm going to take you to school, you're going to give me grade checks every week, and you're going to run track. And I looked at him scared, because why? Because I'm fearful of him. And I said, Uncle Mac, if I do that, can I please go back home? He said, yes, you can, son. You do that. Okay? There I went. Started taking me to school. Don Adams would pick me up. Coach Bob Vanoy would pick me up. We lived out there in Ceres. They'd take me. They'd bring me home. I had a little bit of help. How many of you guys out there feel like you got no help? Give me a feel me. Right? You feel alone, right? I understand that. But there are people that will help you, man. Okay? Started going to school, did pretty good in track, had a good time, but I was able to disguise, because Uncle Mac was out doing his own thing. He would just come and check on me, and if I wasn't there, I'd had serious heat to pay, right? I had serious problems. I dealt with my issues.